All right, so there's a couple of things I want to hit on real quick. Of course, my connection on a trip tonight. Psh. But anyway, so the main thing I want to hit on, right? So I make jokes sometimes, right? Talking about like the black women down south, right? And sometimes it's a joke, but it is a little bit of there's a little bit of humor and a little bit of truth in the humor. It's like first, even like when you hear someone say like, and it actually don't even just go for females. And then I want to say one more thing. When I say what I'm about to say, it's not an indictment on all white people. It's not an indictment on all white people in the South because I'm here and now, and with my intelligence and stuff, due in part to it was some good white people down south that throughout my years in school that because I spent some time in school. Now I went to high school and college in Cali and a little bit of college here, and I went to elementary here. That's what I went to. I went to elementary school here. Um, and so I had some good teachers. I had some. And I don't have those stories. Oh, my teacher said. No, I was always pretty intelligent as a child. I still got a lot of awards and stuff from being really smart as a child. I had. I was still a rambunctious child, so I did get into things. But as far as intelligence wise, I was always intelligent. But I had good teachers. That's what I say. I had teachers who pushed me when I needed to be pushed, and they motivated me and told me, that I was intelligent and I could do things. So I always had that confidence, also from my mother, but from the teachers too. So I say all that to say when I say what I'm about to say, it's not an indictment on like white people. It's not an indictment on all white people in the South. But it's like when I hear like an African American a black African American, whatever you want to say, person, say like, "Oh, I'm from the South. I was born and raised down South," like like with like a pride or whatever. It's like it trips me out because it's like I don't feel like most African Americans or black people should say that with pride. You know what I mean? Not in a place where, like, I spent some time in Mississippi, not in a place where they just took Confederate statues down in the last year, 2 years, like using Mississippi as in Tennessee. I think his name is Nathaniel Forrest Bedford or something like that. He had that statue downtown by the river that just came down within like the last 10 years. Like you'll have to Google to. See the exact date, but that just came down within the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like when I hear people taking pride in like saying it, it's just it seems kind of like a mind fuck. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit with the religion too. Like, cause the South is a big religious place for African Americans, and it's like I know you heard people say things like in the past, like, if the slave master and the slave pray to the same God, who does he answer? But I'm gonna try not to rehash stuff that we already know. But this is what I say to people: it's like it trips me out. I'm not against religion because it's some benefits to the structure that come with religion, like when properly used. Like, it's nothing wrong with the church because it can build community. It could be a place to pool resources. It could be a place to have like an information hub where people can, come and discuss issues along with, But that's if you using it logically. You know what I'm saying? But when you just like a fanatic, a religious fanatic, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because it's like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. It's like it's one thing if you believe in your religion, because I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not. I don't practice any particular religion. I don't ascribe. Ascribe. I think ascribe is the word. Ascribe to any particular faith. Like I don't. Keeping this up, I don't practice any particular religion, right? But I do believe in God, like I said, and I do read like the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. The not Christian, but that's not the name of the holy book or whatever. But I do read these religious texts, and I do take away information from them or whatever. But The problem is, you gotta think about this. And I know you might have heard this said a different way before, but this is the way I always say it. If during slavery, everything that could help you achieve freedom, like, you know what I mean? Anything that could help you achieve freedom was taken away. You know what I'm saying? Any type of connection to your culture, Africa, your language in Africa, where you could communicate without, like without the people, the slave masters knowing your language and things like that. Anything like that was stamped out. You know what I mean? Like, which we still see some effects of today, and we still see some of the similar things happening today, just on a different, at a different level, because it's, we had technology and things now or whatever, but we still see like cultural destruction, like destruction of culture or whatever is basically what it would be. I'm sure it's some more appropriate word or whatever, but anyway. So, knowing this, if everything of value that was valuable and useful to could be valuable or useful to a slave was taken away, why was religion allowed? You know what I mean? And now I'm gonna allow you to practice this religion, but I'm gonna also keep you in this field, and and that's not to say, see, because like I said in the last video, I'm not with the political correct bullshit. Like, I'm sure during slavery, all slave masters were not harsh slave. Just like you see if you go work in one of these warehouses, which is not too far off from the plantation. I joke about it, they used to picking cotton, and then you pick orders in the warehouse and things like that, but even that economy is changing now. So the thing is, I'm sure it was some good slave, just like you have now. You have like a small business, probably like a family farm, because a slave was valuable property. You know what I mean? Like, I was joking about LeBron, like how valuable he would have been during slavery or something. Just like he valuable now. That kind of similar to slavery. They had niggas kicking balls, throwing balls then too. But let me see how far we are. We're about 5 or 6 minutes in. Okay. So slaves were valuable property. It's just like if you own a car, today, like your car is valuable. If you in a home or whatever, it's valuable. It has value. It's not something that you gonna take lightly. So if you were like a family farm and you own like a slave or two, you probably treated your slaves pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That's again where that term I say house nigga come from. Who's to say? You know what I'm saying? If you were a slave, who's to say? If you had a good owner, you know what I'm saying? Just like funny, owners, NFL, NBA, you have good owners. You have the Jerry Jones who, oh man, I'm gonna let my niggas do whatever as long as they do what I say. You know what I mean? And so you probably have some slave owners like Jerry Jones, like, hey, man, my niggas can do whatever as long as they pick that cotton faster than the niggas on because this was all competition, because it's business. You know what I mean? It's competition, it's business, right? Same principles. It's just hundreds of years later, technology changed, and different goals, no, same goals but different businesses. You know what I mean? At that time, cotton and picking crops and stuff was the main money generator. So that was. So like I said, niggas were valuable, you know what I mean? So it's like if you had a LeBron out in the field, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my star nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of that nigga, you know what I mean? So, and I'm sure you had some big corporate, like more corporate forms, like you had these big chains and stuff now, and I'm sure they probably treated their slaves like shit, because they had, hey, I got 200 slaves. If one of them die, hey, bring me another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the auction every week. I'm getting me 2-3 niggas every week. I don't care. You know what I mean? Look, and I know it doesn't sound politically correct, but if you listen, that's real, because these are human. This is human nature. These are how humans are. Like, you've been around. I've been around wealthy white men, so. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? So I know how they, I've seen it. You know what I mean? Because I've been the, not LeBron, but like I've been the valuable nigga at these workplaces before. So I've seen the preferential treatment that you can receive. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna play that role to, like I said, I like Obama. I used him as an example the other day. Like, I like Obama or whatever. Like, if you play the right role, you can be the valuable nigga, and and then a lot of people like to have a token too, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, off subject. So the religion, and then I'm gonna talk about why I don't understand the pride in being from, being like, okay. So the religion thing, it's not so much that you practice the religion that was given to you by the slave master. That's kind of iffy, because at least hey, you could take it and turn it like, oh well, in that case Jesus black, but whatever make you. That I'm not against religion. Like I said, it can be a valuable tool, but the problem is that's not what most people here do. Or I can't even say most. That's not what a lot of people here do. I'm gonna just say a lot, because I don't want to put a number on that I don't have. I don't want to put a imaginary number out there. But not only do people practice the religion, but then if you don't practice the religion, not only do they try to convert you to this slave master's religion. You know what I'm saying? Not only do they try to convert you, but then if you don't want to convert, you are chastised and ostracized, which that means just like outcast. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's a complicated way to say outcast from the community if you don't practice that a lot of times. Now, it's changing because it's a different time. It's 2025. It's not the same as 40 or 50 years ago, where it was even more so. You know what I mean? But the problem with it is, you'll do that, and then a lot of the time the preacher is because okay, now I'm using Memphis as an example, because I know some preachers right now that were pimps. They old pimps. You know what I'm saying? And they went into the church from pimping, like literally, not figuratively, literally, from having hoes on the track to in a church. A lot of these churches where you see them preachers with a big female congregation. I'm just keeping it a buck. I ain't got time to bullshit with you. So anyway, how much where we at? Okay, so I'm gonna do about 3 more minutes. I know that should keep it under 15. So that's part of the religion. That part. So, and then now to the southern thing. That was all. Like, to have pride in being from the South as a black person, it just strikes me as such a like an oxymoron. Like, it doesn't make sense, because it's like you should, like, you're saying that your people stayed during slavery. Like, I don't know that that's something to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've even heard rappers say that, like, and I like David Bernard saying, "Oh, we stayed, you left." Like, shit. When we was on the way, when we was on the way out west, out up north, back home to Africa, what made you want to stay? Like, what mindset was that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can see how I am now. Like, because I done been through it with the prison system. Like, hey, if I see a situation that's like a slave situation, hey, I'm trying to do something. I'm either finna die or run. I'm either finna die. I'm either one of them ones that's gonna get thrown off the boat, or if I can escape, I am. But if I can't escape, then I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And this is, you can ask anybody who was locked up with me, they'll tell you, like, hey, I'm gonna crash out when it come down to it. Like, but I'm intelligent. But if it come down to it, if it's life or death, hey, you're gonna have to kill me. But this I don't understand this. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand this pride in that, like, in staying in slavery and accepting it, is what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But there we go. It's like 1 minute, and I think that'll be this will be about 15, and this will just be part 2. There's so much more I want to say, and this got me thinking and talking and wanting to say more, but I'm gonna just leave it here for now, and then I'll pick it up the next. It might be tomorrow, it might be during the day, whatever. But just think about that, and peace out, and stay focused. You know what I mean?